Hey Viking Warriors, this is Johan the Viking Prepper, and I'm here in a typical Swedish neighborhood visiting some family, just on some vacation, and I happened to come across this a folder or binder that was given out last year as of May 2018 to all Swedish citizen and households, and it's called Important information for Swedish habitants. And if the crisis or the war, so that's Swedish, and it says, if the crisis or the war comes. Now, later in this video, I will talk more about in detail what the Swedish government and military is recommending for all citizens of Sweden to do to prepare. So stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back. I just want to talk about this folder, the important information to all the inhabitants of Sweden if the crisis or the war come. And this is what it looks like. And it's basically a message to, it says here, to all Swedish habitants or citizens of Sweden basically. And what it says here is that this folder is made for all households in Sweden on the assignment of the government and the military, and it's supposed to help us get better in preparing for serious accidents, extreme weather, IT attacks, all the way to military conflicts. And it also says here, even though that Sweden is safer than many countries in the world, there is threats against our security and independence. Peace, freedom, and democracy are important values that we have to protect and make stronger every day. And basically they say here that the responsibility for the country's safety and security is important for all of us, but also the most important asset that we have is when someone threatens us and we need to help each other. If you're prepared, you are contributing to this whole country of safe living, and you also have a steady answer on some of the hardships that could come your way. So sorry, I'm translating strictly from Swedish to English, so I'm just trying to find the correct words so that make sense when I'm talking to you. But basically it's divided up into 3 different categories: crisis preparedness, total defense, and the warning systems. Well, it's pretty basic. But this is a great start. I wish Canada and the US had this for all their citizens too, because it would be an eye-opener for all citizens if it came from the government and the military saying, that everybody, all citizens, should prepare for a rainy day. I mean, that's amazing. But looking at it really briefly, basically what it says here is, what would you do if your day was turned upside down? And then it just says here, you know, if you don't have no heat, you can't cook and store food. Basically, if you're losing your electricity or there's a power outage, and how prepared are you? And they give you some advice on how to prepare for that. And also on the next one, be careful with false information. They talk about propaganda and false information here in a crisis, and where you can seek proper information and what information not to trust. Also, what to do if there's a terrorist attack. And then they talk about the overall military defense and the civilian defense of Sweden and what you can do to participate, and also the different responsibilities each citizen should have and can too. Also, here's a quick list of tips for everybody's home readiness. So they have a list of food, water, heat, and communication. So this is very interesting. I guess these are very, very basic stuff. But if you think about it, if people only had this, that's like the 80-20 rule, right? If they only prepared 20% out of what you need, most people will survive that crisis. And they also say here about if we're attacked, if Sweden were to be attacked, and how to basically fight and never give up. And it also says here, which is very interesting, it says, if Sweden is attacked of another country, we will never ever give up. Any information about that, any resistance should stop, is false. So basically they're saying, don't believe us, we never quit. We never quit. So if you hear on the radio or the TV that the fighting is over, Sweden has surrendered, we never ever surrender. So don't believe that. That's pretty amazing too. They also talk about the different warning systems, signals, you know, all clear, air attack, all these different signals and stuff that you can listen for on the radio, on your smartphone, or different information. And you also have some, of course, some text messages coming out too throughout the system. And here's some more on that. And yeah, and it also talks about education. To educate yourself in first aid, survival, and get engaged. Be part of the community, form groups. Yeah, it's very interesting. And oh God, I wish Canada and the US had this coming out. And that would help all our normal preppers so much, because this would make more of a maybe a little bit of a scare, or sort of a eye-opener for people, and it would really be good. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this video, and until next time, prepare and stay safe.